Jill Biden.
He does it for you. Joe's purpose has always driven him forward. His strength.
Good morning, everyone. I'm meteorologist James Gregorio. Our weather has certainly changed for the worse here. We have a tornado warning in place now and a severe thunderstorm warning in through Monmouth County here. And you can see the warned area and lots of lightning here right around that Lincroft area as well as West Shrewsbury here so far here this morning. Tons of lightning in this portion. And that's literally 15 minutes down the road from me. I had very little lightning here at my home as well. So again, just keep this in mind. If you're in that warm area where you are, you do need to get to the lowest level of your home, whether that be a basement or again, a sturdy inside room, an interior room here. Vantage point here, we're going to just spin it around here. I'm going to show you where that warned area is. The warning, by the way, up for 20 minutes. So you do seek shelter immediately. There's the warned area. You can see the red box on top of the severe warning as well. So again, obviously the tornado warning at this point takes more precedence from Tinton Falls on over through the Oakhurst of Ocean Ship, Long Branch as well, Monmouth Beach, Rumson Road, Atlantic Highlands. You're under the warned area. I'm going to get rid of the lightning here for just a second because it's a little bit distracting here. I'm kind of bring you down to street level and talk about that. Again, warning up to about 10:30, so about another 20 minutes on the tornado warning, another 20 minutes on the thunderstorm warning as well. So the tornado warning is this red box here. Rumson, Red Bank, Old Town to Lincroft, of course, Crawford's Corner Road right on the line there. West Front Street as you make your way into downtown Red Bank and Red Bank Catholic, Easttown, Tinton Avenue, very cut roads here. Porter Peck, maybe you're making your way to the racetrack as well, to Monmouth Park here. Oceanport under the tornado warning. Long Branch as well. I suspect not too many people on the beach here today because it is kind of a crummy day. Again, this line blew through my house literally 15 minutes out to the west of here, and it was raining very heavily. Skies were very dark. Visibility was poor, but there was very little in the way of winds. However, this piece of energy just became kind of supercharged as it moved through this portion of the state. So once again, Fairhaven, Red Bank, path of this potential tornado here, you do need to get to a basement or the lowest level of your home. Again, another vantage point, a couple decent little inflow notches here with this batch of rain pushing on through. Again, you can see lots and lots of lightning here as you head down 537 from Colts Neck on over towards Tinton Falls here. You can see that lightning, lots and lots of lightning here. Again, I'm going to lose the lightning so I can just pick up again some of those inflow notches here as we make our way out and about here. So we're going to take a look, see about some hail core within this as well. So Tinton Falls, right around Brookdale Community College, you've got some hail coming down, and that hail core is right here. And obviously it's going to be really rain wrapped. So once it's rain wrapped, it's going to be really difficult to see here as you make your way out. So there's that hail core right there in around Shrewsbury Avenue, in around Tinton Falls, Phalanx Road as well as you make your way from Colts Neck into that Tinton Falls area. So very, very heavy rains. We've got the tornado warning rather, in place, severe thunderstorm warning. And now this is all kind of moving off to the east here at about, it's cranking pretty good, 30, 40 miles an hour. So 1027 in Oceanport. This, the center of the storm is by you. 1031 Long Branch, 1037 bright as well. So you do need to seek shelter, get to, again, the lowest level of your home. If your home might be, slab on grade, something like that, you don't have a basement, you should seek an interior room is probably your best bet here as opposed to a basement. This is only going to be in effect for about another 20 minutes or so, so there's not a whole heck of a lot left. Let's zoom it on in a little bit more here. Doppler radar, and you get a good vantage point where the center and the heaviest rain is right around Red Bank and Shrewsbury here, Rumson Road, Oceanport Avenue as well. So again, this is the heaviest batch of rain and potentially most severe weather. We're going to bring you down to street level. Little Silver, Seven Bridges Road, which is right off. Let me move it over here. Seven Bridges Road, right off to the right here. Kind of a busier drag in that wonderful little town of Little Silver. Look at the purples here. This is really heavy rain coming down Eatontown as you get closer to the Monmouth Mall and Red Bank as well, Shrewsbury Avenue. There's the heavy rain. Tornado warning in place. Let me put the warning back up here if I can just bear with me for 2 seconds here, and we'll throw that warning back up. Really tough to see with the reds of the precip. So again, this whole area is under the tornado warning and severe thunderstorm warning up to about 10:30 here this morning. I'm going to zoom on out. We'll show you again. We're going to grab a velocity product here, and we're going to plop that right in the center, and we'll see if we can, there it is. Again, yeah, so we definitely have velocity, radial velocities there. A little bit of spin in the atmosphere. Again, this came through, and it didn't really kick up a whole ton of rain. It did kick up a whole ton of rain. It didn't kick up a whole ton of wind here at my house. So the rain has been most concerning. Again, a couple of inches with this as this continues to move off to the east. Thankfully, there isn't much room left over for to push on through. And I would never have called it severe as it went through my house because of the heavy rains, and we had almost no wind, but the sky got really dark, really threatening, and just getting supersized as it moved off to the east here this morning. So Shrewsbury, Fairhaven, I'm going to grab another product here for you this morning. And again, we do that special marine warnings are in place here this morning as well. So tornado warning up for about another 15 minutes. So once good news there, we'll start to see things ease out a little bit. So if you're in that Red Bank area, this is all kind of moving off to the east. So 10:18, Shrewsbury, it's coming your way. 10:26 in Oceanport, 10:28 Sands Point, 10:30 in Branchport as well. So again, this is a severe thunderstorm. We have a tornado warning and a severe thunderstorm warning in place for about another 15 minutes here. So very gusty winds likely with this now that it has become a little bit stronger. Very, very heavy rains, flooding rains as well. We may see flood watches or warnings come up. If you're in the path of this storm, you need to get to the lowest, you need to get to a basement or an interior room here. So there could be some flying debris with this storm system. Anything that may be out, trash cans, things of that nature, patio furniture. Again, we are awaiting, we'll certainly await any confirmation whether this is just Doppler radar indicated or if there is, in fact, an actual tornado that comes to fruition. Unfortunately, point, we can't assume that it's not an actual tornado here or just Doppler radar indicated. So we need to take those storm preps and be very, very careful. Therefore, again, lowest level of your home. You can watch everything on your smartphone, all the alerts here. Again, tornado warning in place. Moving to the east now at about 20. Now, radar indicated the rotation, as it usually does, and Doppler that because it gives us more lead time on the rotation here as opposed to waiting for an actual funnel to drop. And at that point, it's too late to prepare. So again, Long Branch, Middletown, Tippett Falls, Lincroft, Oakhurst here, Garden State Parkway between 106 and 114 here. You need to take cover now. So this is all, once again, moving off to the east. Let's check it out again if we have some hail with this in that Fairhaven area. And yeah, there's a little bit here. It's getting a little cluttered here. So let me take some of these off the screen. So again, if you're Sycamore Avenue, Shrewsbury, the center of this really looks to be right now from Fairhaven down towards Eatontown. Let me circle. I know it gets a little bit difficult to see. There's a lot going on. So this storm system is basically moving to the east at about 20 miles an hour. It's not 20 miles from Fairhaven to Monmouth Beach. So this thing is going to be done over the next few minutes, which is good news here. Again, tornado warning in place into that Red Bank area, Oceanport as well. It is all moving off to the east at 20 miles an hour. So we're going to take some of that off the screen. If you are in the path of this storm, again, let's give you some other locations. Monmouth Beach at 10:28. And again, getting closer to Long Branch, closer to about 10:30. We're going to take a 3D storm scan as well, and we're going to see here. Let me lose the writing here. We'll try this again here. So it's a little bit cleaned up version for you. And yeah, so we got some tops here. So these tops are easily pushing 40,000 feet here today. So again, let me zoom on out here. 20, 30, 30, about, looks like about 35,000 feet on these tops. So this is a significant storm moving through that Long Branch area, moving through Red Bank, GSVS, Garden State Vet Specialist, Red Bank Vet Hospital. Those two locations, again, very much so within that severe thunderstorm warning and that tornado warning so far here today as well. So again, moving off to the east, let's see. We're going to query a couple things here and take a look at this, intense thunderstorm. So let me bring it in a little bit tighter for you here as we move up to Long Branch, Atlantic Highlands, bringing down to street level. It looks like it's flattening out a little bit. Very, very intense rains. The Navesink River, a lot of boaters on the Navesink River here as we move from Red Bank to Fairhaven. Here's the river separating Red Bank, Fairhaven from Locust, shall we say, and other portions of Middletown. Newman Springs Road right in the middle. That is a major east-west thoroughfare in eastern Monmouth County here. So look at all the reds. Look at how intense this rain is coming down here so far today. So again, this is all moving off to the east at about 20 miles an hour here, and therefore Eatontown right now lingering to about 1022, 28. West Long Branch as you make your way to Monmouth University at 1031. Port O'Peck as you get a little bit closer to the racetrack. So again, if you're in the path of this potential tornado, you want to get to the lowest level of your home. If you don't have a basement, you do want to get to a interior room. Severe thunderstorm with this as well. Obviously, every time we have a tornado warning, usually we have a severe thunderstorm warning. They are a tornado, or potentially a tornado, is an outgrowth of a severe thunderstorm. You can't have a tornado without usually a thunderstorm and or a severe thunderstorm. So they kind of go hand in hand here. One spawns the other. All right, so let's take another 3D storm scan, and we'll show you the heights of this storm system. And it's formidable. We're talking about 35, 40,000 foot cloud tops here. Type of convection to, in fact, and easily 35. You need that type of convection, that rising motion, to get into the more severe weather, and that's exactly what we have working its way across the area. And again, about another 10 minutes in Monmouth County before the warnings start to come down. But we got another batch just out to the west here. So this is Colts Neck. This is more where I am here in the western portion of the county. Colts Neck, Freehold, Homedale. As you move even further out to the west, this is the kind of the tail end here. And I'm looking out the window, and again, it is just garden variety showers. However, obviously, it is not garden variety showers to warrant a severe thunderstorm warning, and thus a tornado warning, which is happening eastern portions of New Jersey. If you're just joining us, I'm James Gregorio. Thank you for tuning in. This is kind of what we do here at News 12 New Jersey, and we like to think we do it pretty well, bringing you the latest and greatest here. We do have a tornado warning up until about 10:30 this morning here, so it's just easier for me to pull it off my phone here to give you the exact time. It is up for another 8 minutes, so technically 10:29. If you want to over-prepare and stay prepared until 10:30, not a bad idea. Let's show you where again, our storm system is heading. And so 10:30 West Long Branch, 10:35 Long Branch. By then, we do think things really start to ease out a little bit here. And we are running out of room here this morning because we're right up against the shoreline. We've got yellows and reds. This started out as a line of heavy rain over the last couple of hours that moved through kind of innocuously western portions of the state, moved through western Monmouth County kind of innocuously as well. And then come, the last 25, 30 minutes, things started to supersize, and that batch of rain started to look much more formidable as it's moving off towards Red Bank and Oceanport and Eatontown. It's a very busy portion, particularly downtown Red Bank. One of the nicest downtowns in Monmouth County, one of the busiest usually. So let's bring it on into West Front Street, Broad Street, again, getting very, very heavy rains as we speak, kind of sitting right over this area this morning. So I'm going to flatten out the view just a little bit here. We'll take another projection. And you can see the lightning with this as well. So far, no storm reports other than the lightning. Let's see if we can check it out a little bit more. It seems like that cell is sort of broken into two. You see the portion over the Highlands and Long Branch, and then you see the southern part of it down towards Colts Neck as well. Precip range, outer range. Okay, so we're going to try something else here. So let's see if we can, again, give you a better vantage point here as we zoom on in just a little bit towards that Colts Neck and Long Branch area. So this will continue for about another 8 minutes or so. I'm meteorologist James Gregorio, and we have rain also further out to the west, but that's not nearly as pressing. So we're going to bring it right back over to Farmingdale. And if you're in Howell, if you're in Colts Neck, that's a pretty good little inflow notch, by the way, right in here. So that section right there, That is concerning as well. So again, don't let your guard down in that Farmingdale section of Howell as you make your way towards Eagle Oaks Country Club so far here today. However, all of the lightning at this point really over Long Range, over Red Bank, over the Navesink River, over Pawtucket, over Monmouth Park Racetrack. You make your way towards the Atlantic Highlands, Bars Landing. You make your way towards Highlands as well. Let's bring it on in here. We'll zoom it on in, and there is that very, very heavy rain. Luckily, now it looks like the heaviest rain is finally starting to push a little further offshore. So again, tornado warning still up here for about another 6 minutes here. We've got special marine warnings in place as well. This will continue to slide off towards the east. Again, these cloud tops about 40,000 feet here. So significant tops as we make our way out here. Another projection here. I'm just going to zoom it on in so you can see it a little bit better. So it looks like we've come down a little bit, about 30,000 feet. We've had these tops as high as 35, 37,000. Why is that important here? Because the higher the tops, the more likelihood that we may be talking about a supercell thunderstorm. Well, at 30,000 feet, probably not, thankfully. Just a really strong single cell or multi-cell thunderstorm at this point, and this will continue to move on through that Long Branch area. Again, as you make your way down at Naval Weapons Station Earl and Colts Neck here, down towards that Route 34 corridor, we've got some heavy rain coming down here. This is concerning a little bit. So let's watch this. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more warnings come out for the southern flank of this storm system as well. You know, just to the south of Marlborough, you head down towards Stonehurst East, Ardmore Estates, and again, right around that Howell and 195 area. That is very concerning so far here this morning as well. So far, so good per se, but again, as we get back to our storm here, we're going to lose the heights here and show you if you are in the path of this storm. Basically, you've got 1035 Monmouth Beach here, and then this thing is basically out of here. So again, if you're just joining us, I'm meteorologist James Gregorio. We have a tornado warning in place here, a Doppler radar indicated tornado. At this point here, again, this line literally moved right over my house about 25 minutes ago without much fanfare. However, it has supersized, moving off further to the east, caught up with some upper air energy, and become a much more potent storm. So not only a severe thunderstorm warning in place, but we also have, again, a severe thunderstorm warning as well. And as you know from probably seeing this many, many times, those two go hand in hand. So here's the severe thunderstorm warning, which is a little bit bigger in coverage, going all the way down to Asbury Park. I suspect many folks not on the beach here today, but obviously if you are, you need to get off the beach. It hasn't been a beach day all morning long, and it will not be one here today. So again, I'm going to lose the lightning so you can see where the warnings are. The tornado warning shaded in red, the severe thunderstorm shaded in yellow. And as we zoom it on in here from Seabright to Red Bank to Monmouth Beach to Oceanport, our warning should be up now for about another 3 minutes or so. Oh, did it? Yep. Tornado warning has just come down. So our computer will catch up here a little bit here in a minute or so. But just to reiterate, the tornado warning has come down, which is good news here. We do have the severe thunderstorm warning, which is still in place. And this will, in fact, be in place for about another 3 minutes here from Middletown to Tinton Falls, down to the Oakhurst section of Ocean Township, Neptune Township. Again, the severe thunderstorm warning is in place here. So this is a severe thunderstorm, very much so capable of producing gusty winds in excess of 58 miles an hour, and hail. So I suspect that the hail portion of this was a little more potent, and as a result, again, as we scan around a little bit, looking for a little bit of hail here. We had that hail core a little while earlier, but that is certainly something that is possible with these storms. Because I didn't have the 58-mile-an-hour winds. I didn't even have 20-mile-an-hour winds. So I suspect that these severe thunderstorms may have reached severe threat because of the hail as well. So let's see if we can find another vantage point. Now that core, that hail core is a little further offshore. And this is where the center of the storm has been pretty much. Thankfully, these are moving pretty quickly. The hail core moving further offshore. If you have seen some hail or you were able to safely take a picture, send it to me or post it on Twitter at James G. Weather, tag me in it, and we'll rally them all up. But thankfully, no tornado. It seems like the warning actually came down before it was allowed to expire, which is always a good thing in this situation. So if you're just joining us, we had a tornado warning in place for what I'd call eastern Monmouth County. We're still dealing with the severe thunderstorm. Let me just double check here. The New Jersey severe thunderstorm is down as well. So let me see here. Yep. So good news. The severe thunderstorm warning is down. The tornado warning is down here, but we are left with some very, very heavy rains here across New Jersey. So again, just to recap, we had a tornado warning and a severe thunderstorm warning up briefly. They both were only up for about 25 minutes. But they have both since been dropped, which is definitely good news here. I'm going to flatten out the view a little bit, and you can see our storm is kind of winding down. There's still another little pocket of hail just out to the west here. And this is what I was talking about before in that section of Howell, a little south of Farmingdale here as you make your way down towards Ramtown. And this is all basically moving off to the east at about 20 so far here today. So again, the severe thunderstorm warning is down. The tornado warning is down here, so it's safe to come back up from your basement, but perhaps it was a good drill here this morning as well. What was most bizarre, I literally was in that batch of weather that moved through Red Bank, that moved through Tinton Falls, that moved through, again, Lincroft, and it didn't even topple over my plastic little patio chairs, but just very, very heavy rain, and the sky was super dark. However, as it zipped off to the east, it did pick up some energy and did get a little further supersized here this morning as well. So again, if you are just joining us, we were bringing you live coverage of a tornado warning, which was in place, and a severe thunderstorm warning, which was in place as well. So both of those have since been dropped here this morning, and we are definitely shaping up a little bit better here as we in fact make our way out and about. So that's the rain that's still here. Warnings have been dropped, but this will continue to kind of slide off to the east here this morning as we look a little further out to the west on Doppler radar. And there we go. To the south, we have some more rain, not as intense as what we've been dealing with here as we move into Mullica, Galloway, in towards southern portions of the state, Maurice River. And then, it's this part of the state that we were thinking earlier, Sea Isle City down to Wildwood, that would be a little more concerning for that rain. So basically, up and down the Jersey Shore, it's just not a beach day, thankfully. Our weather at this point, other than being drenching rains and perhaps some, maybe some issues on the roadways with some ponding, I don't think, thankfully, it will end up being any more severe than that. But when you go from drenching rains, ramping up to a severe thunderstorm warning, to a tornado warning, literally, a minute or two after the severe thunderstorm warning, we did go from 0 to 60 very, very quickly here this morning on the same cell that literally had a history of moving through western portions of the state, cutting across the entire state, and then 25 miles before moving off the coast, finally gets warned because it does get a little more energized and super